Welcome to another episode of I'm Dying to Tell You. Some of you have said to me that for someone who's supposedly dying, I look pretty good. And one of the reasons I look pretty good is through the magic of adjusting my Zoom appearance with video touch-up. This should help. There we go. Also adding to that, I throw in a little bit of Lumify. Lumify takes the red out of your eyes. Most of all, it turns out that I am a cover girl boy. So I put some of this on me. I put it here, and I put it there, and put it here. And then I smush it in, and it gives the appearance that I'm, much more younger and much more alive than I really am. And I'm doing this because I wanted to talk to you about something different today. And you can feel free to cut away if it's not relevant, or if it is relevant, maybe you'll listen. It turns out that rumors of my demise were overly optimistic. Here's my hospital tag. I just had a bone marrow biopsy. And it turns out that my prognosis is worse than I thought. And I'm having a lot of thoughts, and I want to share them with you, uncut, unedited, first take. And I hope I do something more than babble. Of course, you can go on Babbel and learn another language. But what's interesting, I've discovered that I have a lot to live for. Lots. But I was going to say perfectly fine with dying. Fine with dying. Really, I'm completely at peace. And I'm wanting to share with you why that might be happening. And I don't know what I'm going to say next. So I have lots to live for. I have young grandchildren. I adore them. I get to see them frequently. The oldest is about 4.5. There's 4 of them. And I certainly would like to see them into their teens. If I get a little emotional, it's because I've created an avatar of people who might care about me, and that avatar is you. And when I sense someone is caring about me, I get a little verklempt. So hope you'll be okay with that. And plus, I'm in a number of great projects that could significantly change the world for the better. Make the world kinder, make the world more loving, make the world more forgiving. And I love these projects. And it turns out I'm the creative. It turns out I'm the visionary. It turns out I can't do anything beyond that. And so kind of where I'm at is I'm okay with dying. I don't want to have pain and suffering. I do not want to be a burden to anyone. I have this pathological mindset that I do not want to be a burden to anyone. And people might say, you're not a burden. Well, respect my choice, please. And I don't want to leave people hanging. So I'm now connecting with people. In fact, I'm going to be connecting with some partners on a great project after I record this. And that could be a game changer. And I'm hoping it'll be a game changer for them. And I'm just sharing this with you because I would imagine that if you reach this point in your life, something that you would like is to feel a sense of peacefulness. And it's really weird to go between, I have lots of reasons to live, but I'm okay if I don't. I feel like a hybrid car. I could be gas, I could be electric, I can go back and forth. And I just want to share with you that that's possible. And something I shared on an earlier episode of I'm Dying to Tell You is that every day it has taught me things that I never would have. Maybe you can hear the sirens. That's not for me yet. It might be in a future episode. But this mortality is teaching me things I never would have known. I might have known them theoretically. And so, for instance, something I shared in an earlier episode is what I'm realizing stunningly, starkly, is what's important in life. And the way that's getting framed is I am realizing what's unimportant in life. It's so clear to me. And again, this could be my bias. You have to take what I say with a grain of salt. I tend to be more on the emo side than the alpha side of the tracks. But what I'm realizing is most important to me is my relationships, my family, my friends, you. And I thought I was burdening people to tell them about what's happening to me. But apparently some of them are seeing it as a gift. So it's really weird because I have lived my life to care about others, but never require or expect or even allow people to care about me. And now I'm allowing people to care about me. And it's interesting. So I'm not even in person with you, but when I create this avatar of you, and you might actually care about me, I feel this emotion. And the emotion is appreciation, it's gratitude, it's embarrassment. But I'm pushing through the embarrassment because I've been told that when I show this to people, it's not a burden. So I hope it's not a burden to you. But I just wanted to share that with you, that it's possible to make peace with dying, even when you want to live. I think part of what it is also is I'm not so attached to living that I've got to do extraordinary things. I have a great oncologist and hematologist and at great institutions. And I'm good with what they recommend. I'm getting some second opinions, but only because people suggested that. But I'm good. And what I'm realizing is I'm not overly attached to the future without me. You know, I'm doing my best in the time left, and I'm still a little bit vital with the help of some cover girl. If you're listening in, cover girl, you know, this is product placement. you can send me a few bucks. But I'm not so attached to the future that I can't let it go. I'm not so attached to it that I have to be present for it. I would like some of those futures to continue because they're more the futures of other people. And to the extent that I'm somehow necessary, I'm firing on all cylinders to make sure those projects happen. So I told you I'd be rambling. I hope there's a pony in there. And I'll return to other things that I'm dying to tell you because it's a real trip and I want you to be part of it.